Disease by Nas and Hit Boy. Nas and Hit Boy worked together in 2012 during sessions for Life is Good. The hard drive went missing and didn't resurface until after the album dropped. With Nas and Hit Boy wanting to complete a joint project, does it live up to the hype? How do we feel about it? Here's an honest review of King's Disease by Nas and Hit Boy.
King's Disease by Nas and Hit Boy. I remember I had said last week Nas was coming. I don't know if we 100% believed it, but at least he didn't hit us with the big shine. Show us a trailer for it, and then we get nothing for weeks. Love you, Big Sean.
Yeah.
How you feel about this album artwork, man?
That was pretty interesting. I really love the way it looks. I want to know if this was like a painting or something like that, like that was actually done, or was this done like on a computer? But it looks really nice. I like it.
Yeah, it's got a lot of interesting aspects to it. I 100% don't understand what's going on it. It looks like a scene from The Last Supper, and somebody's holding a crown and they're just about to put it on a seat. You get the old school kind of like way of writing over top of the chair.
I mean, I think it's just symbolizing the king's disease.
Like maybe the king is dead because of his idea of wealth or whatnot. Mm-hmm. It could be something along those lines. The flow of this project, man, this is Nas linking up with Hit Boy to do something somewhat young, but also not losing himself in what he was doing. Because I can tell you right now, when I saw some of these features, I immediately rolled my eyes. I was just like, oh my God, Nas, don't do this. But it ended up not turning out as bad as I thought it would be.
This is definitely Nas over some, I want to say contemporary modern production, I guess you want to say, because I was fairly surprised how he rapped on some of these beats.
Yeah, absolutely. Highlights, man. Actually, I just want to go out there and say I don't really have a lot of lowlights here. First time I listened to it, I was somewhat on the fence on the project. I was just like, I don't know how I felt about that. There was a couple songs up there I liked, a couple of songs I didn't like, but once I got out of the car and listened to it in headphones, I was just like, I don't know what I was listening to. These joints are fire. So King's Disease came on. It kind of set the stage for everything. It has a really cool vibe to it. Car 85 with Charlie Wilson is super dope. I didn't know what Car 85 was at first, but apparently it's just what they called. It was basically like a car driver that was pretty much down for whatever, would help people with robberies and stuff. So if you call a taxi, you're like, yo, man, we about to rob some people. You cool? And they like, yeah, we cool. I got you. It wasn't necessarily Car 85. It was just like,
Okay.
Basically, we want that same driver over and over again. Ultra Black is super cool, man. Love the message on there. There's a lot of that message going on around here nowadays, and I absolutely love it. 27 Summers, I remember that one. Man, a lot of these times the beat would come on, and I'm just like, I don't know. But then when Nas would come on and rap on it, I'm like, yo, I like that. Replace Me featuring Big Sean and Don Toliver. It actually came out really good. I like him and Big Sean's dynamic. Don Toliver had something cool to it. Till the War is One featuring Lil Durk. I thought I was going to hate this song. I thought it was actually really nice. I only had one problem with what Lil Durk said. He mentioned the whole thing about black on black crime. That's not a real thing. We got to stop saying that. All Bad featuring Anderson .Paak. Anderson .Paak must have been on the drums too, because it sounded like he was on the drums. Shout out to Anderson .Paak. The Definition featuring Brucey B is fire. I wasn't expecting that whatsoever. Full Circle featuring The Firm and Dr. Dre, who's not credited for rapping. When I heard Dr. Dre come on and rapping at the end, I was just like, is that Compton? That's fucking Compton. Shout out to Dr. Dre for joining in on that. I do have a lowlight about that song. 10 Points is fire, and The Cure is absolutely fire. 10 Points is probably like my favorite song on the project, though.
Car 85 is amazing. I love the dynamic Charlie Wilson brought to that. Ultra Black is fire. I just love just how he sounded that song. 27 Summers is fire, but why was it short?
I don't know.
That's my low light. I'm saying that low light right now. I wanted that to be a full song, man, because
all of these songs are fairly short too.
Like 27 Summers needed to be at least 3 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, this is like 1 minute and 20 or something like that. It was short. Let me get that out of the way. All Bad was fire. The Definition was really, really dope. And 10 Points has to be my favorite track on the album. bar none. Just because of the message, just because of the way he chose to deliver it, and it was just the full. It's what I like from Nas. You know, I know a lot of people like different things from Nas. This is the type of Nas that I like to hear.
And that beat married his voice perfectly.
Yes.
For that 10 points.
Yes.
Lowlights, man. Look, I got a couple. First of all, I just want to say I know Spicy is a bonus track, but who is this Fivio Foreign dude? Get him the hell up out of here. I don't want to hear him featured on nothing ever again.
Probably from New York.
He might be. That don't change the fact that he trash. In Full Circle, featuring The Firm. I love how everybody talked about their growth and dealing with women, and like how they treated women back then and how they do now and everything like that. What the fuck was Foxy Brown talking about?
I have no clue.
Everybody talked about their growth of dealing with women, and then Foxy comes in, I'm that bitch. Top 5 dead or alive. I'm just like,
I didn't even put it that way.
I'm just
Damn.
like, did you listen to anybody's verse before you decided to get on this song?
She that bitch.
How do you get everybody? I mean, don't get me wrong, Dr. Dre kind of just seemed like he was talking. He didn't really come off like he was rapping. But Fox is way off topic. Everybody is just talking about their growth of dealing with women, except for Foxy Brown. She's just that bitch. Top 5 dead or alive. I don't know what the hell happened. Foxy was way off base on that. And Don Toliver, he's okay, but I just don't want him on anything else for the rest of my life. I do want him to get money though.
I already pointed out 27 Summers, how it was short. Replace Me, wasn't the biggest fan of it. I wasn't feeling it. I mean, I love the verses.
I will say the way they talked at the end, that energy was weak.
It really was. So I wasn't feeling it all the way.
I don't feel like they did that in the same studio.
Till the War Is Won, I did not like what Dirk added to this. I thought he messed up the vibe. Not to say that it was bad, but this was like one of those collabs where you're just like, no, I don't think this will work. My opinion, it didn't work for me. I'm with you on Full Circle. I was not feeling Foxy Brown and Spicy. This didn't need to be a bonus track on the album.
I thought Ferg's verse was cool.
It was out.
And Ferg's shit talking at the end was cool too.
It's the energy, man. Ferg brings the energy.
He sure does. Oh, and To the War Is Won, I love the message too. Like, it's just dope. Just listen. Final thoughts, man. Look, Nas, I was really skeptical of how much his heart was still into the music due to the fact that he's making money in so many different ways. But he looks and still sounds like he was having a good time. He tried some new things with flows and things of that nature, but it still sounded like Nas at the end of the day. It didn't feel like he sold his soul. He basically was damn near propping up black people everywhere he went throughout the project. I really like what Nas is doing, and I hope him and Jay continue to do this and influence other rappers to do along the lines of the same.
Yeah, man, I feel like this really surprised me because I've never been like a really big fan of Hit-Boy's production, but I really like what he did with this. Like, it was something different for me, and I love how he actually got a lot of this to pair with Nas. Like, it was a really, really dope collab and kind of got me to appreciate his style just a little bit more. So I walked away, very pleased with this project.
Final grade. I'm gonna give Nas a check. He's just been on a roll as he's gotten older. I thought he would slow down, but Nas has given us some really good projects since, like Life Is Good was great. The last joint with Kanye, it was good, but it was just short. And this one was on point. I was surprised that I actually enjoyed Hit-Boy's production throughout the whole project, because that's usually like a little too much of one producer if they don't have a right style.
Exactly.
Like if you would have said Nas and Static Selector, I would have just been like, ooh.
Yeah.
If you would have said Nas and Alchemist, I would have said, ooh. You said Nas and Hit-Boy initially, I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it turned out good, and I enjoyed it.
I agree. Check from me. I feel like this is, I feel like all the Nas fans will be pleased with this, for real. You got some really dope lyricism. You got some dope production. And, it's just a complete package what you want from Nas. So shout out.